Hi guys, today I wanted to come on here and talk about remembering who you are. So what I mean by that is I feel like a lot of the times we live on autopilot. We're not aware of what we think about, what our actions we are doing that affect us and harm us, and the thoughts that we have and the things that we do. And I feel like a lot of the time, once we learn how to embody our highest self, we can be incredible and unstoppable and amazing human beings. Not that we aren't already, but some of us could be even more so better. But yeah, I remember, like, I wanted to talk about this because I used to struggle with or consciously being aware of my thoughts and the things I was telling myself, what I was believing about myself, and what I was preventing myself from doing because of all these thoughts. Once I realized that I am not my thoughts and I am whoever I want to be, and I am my highest self, I am my dream self, I am this guru, perfect person, not perfect, but somebody, I started to stop all these negative thoughts, which for a long time I was very short-tempered. I was, anytime I heard anything that offended me, like, I would either shut down or like fully attack someone. And so once I learned how to control my emotions, how to control that my thoughts aren't my thoughts, that it's other people telling me who I should be, what I should be, what I should think, what I should do. Woke up from, I guess, that reality, I started to see everything differently. It took a long time. Everything is easier said than done. That's like the number one thing I live by. But once it's done, you can't go back. You physically can't go back. Such high dreams and goals, and I want to accomplish so much for myself, and there's not a doubt in my mind that that won't happen. I only ever think about when it will happen and how it will happen. I never think about why it can't. Like, that does not enter my mind ever. It's all about timing. Times where I thought I wanted something, someone, an object, a feeling I was chasing, because I thought that that's what I needed to feel fulfilled within myself. But as I started to realize, I'm this intelligent, beautiful, smart, kind, caring, thoughtful, articulate, wonderful girl, I was like, why am I thinking all these negative thoughts? Why am I letting these thoughts control me? Like, this is not me. I'm not mean, I'm not a bitch, I'm not annoying, I'm not this, and so forth and so on, because I would tell myself that I am these things. And it took a while to sort of get those thoughts out of my head, because I had to be aware of the thoughts. There were times where I would go on about my day and just think, like, oh my gosh, I feel so ugly, or I look so bad, or I don't have this, I don't have that, I wish I had the nicer clothes, or I wish I had the confidence to wear that type of clothes. And when I became aware of the things I was telling myself, I was so shocked. I was like, oh my god, like, I'm being so fucking rude to myself. Like, why did I not notice this? Why was I not aware of the things that I was saying to myself and the things I was thinking and believing? And I'm still trying. I'm actively trying to be kinder and nicer to myself. There are times where I will, like, catch myself having a negative thought and be like, wait, no, let me rephrase that. But it started with a lot of affirmation. I am who I am now because of affirmations and changing my thoughts about myself. So it's wonderful, and I think that affirmations are really, really important, and they help you discover who you are. I have affirmations like all over my room. Um, I am safe and loved. I am incredibly talented. I tell myself so much affirmations in the mirror in the morning when I wake up, at night when I go to sleep, when I journal. It's just, that's all I ever write and think about, because although opinions about this might be different, but I tend to never let negative thoughts consume me. You know, they exist, and no matter what, I think they might always be there. But it's just how I control them, or how I react to them or engage with them. I can either choose to listen to them or be like, excuse me, no. I don't know if I stop thinking them necessarily, but I like acknowledge them, but I don't accept them. Like, I'll be like, oh, I just had this thought, and I'll think like, why did I just have this thought? But yeah, it just depends. Sometimes I'll let it exist and be like, why is that there? Or I'll be like, no, this can't be there. Like, I don't want you here. And I just reassess the thought into a better, positive light. Really, to anyone who is uncertain about themselves or their future or their career or anything in life, I say the first thing you should do is find out what you really want, who you really are, and what it is you actually want. A lot of the times we tend to want these exterior things or validations or someone that might not be good for us, but we just want them so badly, or we want something so badly. And once we remember, like, I'm that bitch, or I can be anyone I want, you start to realize that other things that weren't actually good for you, and weren't coming from your soul but from validation of outside sources, then you realize, queen, like, I think anyone has the power to be anyone they want to be, whether that be an athlete, an actor, an engineer, a teacher, a traveler, anything like that. Anyone has the power to be that, if that is what you really truly want. It's just a matter of actively making choices and actions that align with that life, and being so certain that that's the life, being sure that that's the life you want. Again, like I said, knowing who you are is very important for this, because there are things that we think we might need or want or have to have, because that's what we hear, or that's what people tell us, or that's what we believe. But once we really truly pay attention to our soul and our heart, that's where everything lives within us, and that's where we actually have the capacity to be who we are and know what we want and strive for the best for ourselves. I believe we are spiritual beings experiencing human experiences, living through a human body. I think our souls, all there ever is to us is love and joy and happiness and peace. But when we come to earth and we get a body, a human body, we then learn of fear and grief and madness and shame and judgment and all these negative emotions. But that's part of humanism. Is that a word? Is humanism a word? Yeah. Never mind. We have this human world, but feel like we are all love. Like, we all are love. It's because we live in this world and this human life that we learn of hate, and we learn of fear and judgment, and it's suffering. I think that is the world we live in, but it's how we handle that suffering. It's how we move through that suffering, and how we overcome that suffering that make us who we are. There's so much I wish I could talk to each and every person I ever meet. Like, if I ever met one person, like if I if I were to meet so many people, so many places, different languages, I could speak their language, and we could have a conversation of like what they most desire, what they most want to talk about in their native language, and I could speak it, like I would. That's like my dream in life. So I want to learn so many languages, but I feel like one-on-ones, that's what I dream of. Like, I want to have a soul level conversation with anyone that would ever wants to, and talk about life and fears and love and everything. Like, I just had a conversation with my coworker about like therapy, and how a lot of the times people see therapy as like something's wrong with you, or you're going through something, or you need help, or like something, like a bad thing. They see it as a bad thing. And we were talking about how, like, why would people, like, I just don't, we just don't understand that, because therapy is so helpful. And I wish that if every single person were to get therapy, or just learn a little bit about loving themselves, this world would be so different. Like, I 100% can believe that, because love is stronger than fear, it's stronger than judgment, it's stronger than shame, it's stronger than any negative emotion you could think of. And when we have so much love for ourselves, then we are able to expand that love to others without needing anything in return, or asking for anything in return. It's just because that's who we are. And I think there are so many, I think humans are very special and incredible. I don't want to get into like, oh, not everyone, or not this person or not that, because like, I get that, and I know, and I understand, like, I don't like certain people too, but like evil, ridiculously crazy powerful people, scary, like, I get that. But like, but it also makes me wonder, like why are you like this? What made you be this? Like, was it growing up? Was it mentality thinking? Was it your environment? Was it your parents? Was it society? Like, what made you be like that? And it's for everyone. It's not just like, it's for every single human, because everyone is different. It's for like evil people, but it's also for like good people. Like, I'm curious of all kinds of people in all walks of life. There are obviously some that I just cannot agree with, and I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But it still makes me curious, like, what the fuck, like, why the fuck are you like that, you know? Yeah, I'm just a curious person that is curious about every single human being in this world, good or evil, because I'm like curious. And I know people like say like some people are just evil, like, period, but it's like, I don't know if I necessarily believe that, because I can agree, like, there are some people that are genuinely just disgustingly evil, but like, why did they become that way, you know? There's just, I don't know, there's too much to it. I kind of rambled off a little bit, but really I just wanted to like emphasize the importance of knowing who you are, and loving who you are, and accepting who you are, but also like being whoever the fuck you want to be, and knowing that that's okay. Change is inevitable. We're living in a state of impermanence all the time. Nothing is ever going to be permanent. So you know, while we're alive, we should try to be the best and the most we can, especially for ourselves. So yeah, that was it for today. I feel like if there's anything else, I'm gonna definitely make another video, but thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys all later. Bye.